Today I will be showing off some small Minecraft build hacks that instantly level up your builds. So if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and follow on Twitch. So the first tip that I'm going to be showing you is how to make a bed, and this is a working bed. You can go to sleep in it. What you do is you start with something like this. You go ahead to the back, crouch, and place the trapdoor, and then you see it opens on the outside. Then you put the bed, and there's a big gap right here, so we're going to be covering it up with the banner, and then we're going to cover it up from the side with this spruce trapdoor. And this looks so beautiful. I love the way that this looks. And the fact that it's a working bed makes it even cooler. The only thing is that you have to have an extra wall so the bed isn't visible from the outside. So I made this design so that works for that effect. And then you can even decorate it with carpet to make it look like a real throne room. I'm just gonna be decorating it like this. And then I'm gonna be taking some parts out, but instead with just a piece of yellow wool, so it blends in better with the fact that there is no carpet under there. And then this is what we have. I really love this hack. I think it's so beautiful, and I love the way that it turned out. Now, as for the next one, you see we have this whole staircase set up here. And instead of using blocks to prevent me from walking over the edge, instead we are going to be using trapdoors. All you have to do is build up so you're at the same height as it, or almost the same height, and then crouch and place another trapdoor, and that allows you to place a trapdoor on top of a trapdoor. Otherwise, if you didn't crouch, the trapdoor would just shut. But yes, this trick is so great. I love the way that it looks. Over here, we've got a beautiful kitchen, and I've set it up with a bunch of cool tricks that I like to do in a kitchen. This is what the finished version would look like, but over here, I took all the individual parts out so I can show you them. Over here, I took a furnace and I spruced it up by putting a detectored rail on top of it, as well as putting a campfire underneath it, so we would get these beautiful particles. I also used a piston as the countertop because a piston works beautifully. You see, we've got this different colored countertop and then the stone that blends in perfectly with the furnace. Over here, I've decided to use a piston that was powered with redstone to show you how you can make a wonderful little table. I love this hack. It's one of my favorite for sure. And over here in the real kitchen, I even used it to make a little table in the center. Otherwise, it would block the furnaces, which I didn't want to block, and it works so beautifully. It adds a lot of space in the inside. And then over here, you can go ahead and see that with stone brick walls and stone brick stairs, I made a canopy for over the furnace, and it stops the particles from going past. So it really looks like a real oven cover and stove cover. And then over here, finally, we've got this shulker box, which actually opens, as you can see from the side of my screen. It works beautifully as a fridge because you can open it like that and even put your stuff in. You can also use barrels if you haven't made it to the end yet, and I think that both of those tricks are so cool, and I would really recommend trying to use them in your worlds. And then finally, we've got a cauldron with water in it, as well as a trapwire hook up top. You have to place these tripwire hooks over on a smooth, flat surface like a block. You can't put them on glass panes, but I love doing my kitchens like that. And then this is what the final kitchen looks like. I put some barrels up top to simulate a cabinet area up here, and I put some cool things like these sea pickles, some candles, as well as some blue candles. You can even use a blue candle as a water bottle, and you can also even use a yellow candle and a red candle to look like ketchup bottles. Isn't that so cool? Over here, we've got a beautiful sleeping bag area. I made this cave, and then to show you guys how you can make a sleeping bag in Minecraft. On Bedrock, what you have to do is you have to make a little space here, so you would be able to spawn, but on Java, you can just cover these spaces up and you would be able to spawn perfectly fine in there. I love the way that this looks. You can even do it with a beach type scene to make a towel on the beach. And like I said, they work as real beds, so it's one of the coolest tricks in Minecraft that you can do. I love the way that that works. Over here, we've got a beautiful glass window. I went ahead and I used brick walls on the sides to give some more depth to the window than you would normally have. And I went ahead and I used white stained glass panes at the top and glass panes at the bottom to give it the look of a sheer curtain on the top half of the window. And over here, I did it on a smaller scale to show you how cool that this looks. You can even use light gray glass panes. You can really experiment with the colors, and they all look really, really cool. And I'm sure that you will find a beautiful combination if you want to include this in your world. But I would definitely recommend this white stained glass pane and the glass pane look. This is how to make a better bedroom in Minecraft using a ton of cool tricks that I like to include in my builds. First of all, this is a dead fire coral fan. You can place it on any full block on Bedrock and Java and get this beautiful shag carpet look. On Java, however, you can take a waterlogged half slab and then put a colored coral fan on top of that to actually have a colored fan, but these dead coral fans work on both Bedrock and Java, which is a really cool thing. And then this is a Java exclusive. I would recommend, if you're gonna do that, also to use a color that blends in with the coral fan that you're using. So then when you stare through it, you can't see the background color. So over here, what we did is I went ahead and I used these smooth quartz stairs to serve as a headboard. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these two banners that I have and place them. And then we're gonna take these smooth quartz stairs and place them like that, and on both Bedrock and Java it works. And basically what you do is you make a small pillow as a headrest, which is also such a wonderful build technique as well. For the final technique in this room that I'm going to be showing you, you can actually take a painting and behind it put shroom lights or any other full lighting block, so the painting looks wonderful. So this is how to make a office in Minecraft. This is some beautiful build hacks that we're gonna be doing. Over here, we've got a powered rail, and we're placing it like that to simulate as the keyboard. We are also gonna be using a candle to act as the mouse. And I know that it doesn't look good right now because of the item frame that's there, but if you get a clear item frame texture pack, you see, it works as a beautiful little mouse in Minecraft. I love that trick in Minecraft. It's such a beautiful thing to do. And then we also took a birch trapdoor installed on the outside. Like I told you in the first build hack, if you place something like that, it'll go on the inside and then you wouldn't be able to place the powered rail. So I placed it from the outside. You see, if I place it from the inside, it just simply won't work and look good. So you have to go ahead, go around to the back and place it from the outside, or you can just break this block and place it from the ceiling. And I love, love, love the way that it looks on the inside. This is one of my favorite build things to do in Minecraft. It's such a cool hack. And then I went ahead, I took a blackstone slab, these spruce signs. I also took a spruce trapdoor and made the chair like that. You can even actually place another spruce trapdoor on top and then place a banner here to make it a really cooler chair. It depends on what you prefer, if you have the extra wool to spare for the banner. I really, really love the way that that turns out, so it's really your choice what you want to make as the focus, the cool chair or the computer itself. Finally, for the final hack that I'm going to be showing you, it's going to be in this room. It has to be in a dark room, so I used tinted glass to make it dark in here. But basically, I went ahead and I put signs, and I used glow ink to make them glow, as well as cyan dye to match the colors that I had going on in here. You could, of course, choose any colors that you want. I went ahead and I put these equal signs in to make them look like LED lights. Then I hit it with the glow ink sack and applied the cyan dye on top. And then you can get wonderful glow ink LED signs like that. I put in the corners these glowberries because these signs cannot be both placed on the corners. You can't place a sign here. I'm trying to. I'm clicking. You might even be able to hear my mouse, but you just can't do that. So instead of trying to do something that I couldn't in Minecraft and have it look worse, I went ahead and I placed these glowberries, and then I went ahead and I sheared them to stop their growth, and I bone mealed them so we would get those wonderful glowberries to grow. And I absolutely adore this trick. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, make sure to let me know what you want to see next and comment this orange tulip emoji so I know that you made it to the end. I also stream live on Twitch 4 days a week, so if you want to ask me a question live, don't forget to follow. The link's in the description.